What's up, y'all? It's me on a Saturday. Yes, I know. I'm going to do your Real Housewives of New Jersey review. This is episode 2 and 3. I know it's already on episode 4, but honey, she was late. And I figured the low viewing videos I'll do on like when the boys are in the barbershop right now. So I'm gonna do a video real quick. Margaret and Joe get a tattoo of a wedding ring. Oh, she has a really good idea, Margaret, about the uniforms for the costumes, the character costume pajamas for the children who are in the hospital. Why no one has ever thought about that idea ever, I don't know why, but that is an awesome fucking idea. I was like, what? That's a fucking great idea. She can get a contract with all her hospitals in her area, and what? Child boo. And then she can make them like a small one size. I don't know, but I think it's a great idea. Look, I'm thinking about shit. How can you? That's a great idea. Melissa and Jackie. I didn't get her name until like the end of the 3rd episode. I was like, I can't remember that lady's name. Jackie. I like her. She's new to me. I've never seen her before. I don't know if she's new to this season or was she on last season, because I didn't watch last season. I like her personality. I think she's like, I like the fact that she's like, I need to get away from my kids. There's something that really bothers me about women who act like they don't need to get away from their kids sometimes. I'm just like, be honest, bitch. Come on. This is not, I don't know. I have an issue with that. I don't know why. I'm like, girl, you are another person outside of that, but whatever. Her and Teresa, her and Melissa have a lot of things in common in terms of how many kids they have. I think she has 2 sets of twins, and they're a little rambunctious, and they go over to Melissa's house, and they're all playing, and they immediately get along, running around and everything. I need to put the window down. 2 sets of twins. She has a parenting blog. Her house is a mess. I mean, not a mess like dirty, but I mean like a mess in like all these people running around and everything like that. Chaotic, as you should have 2 sets of twins and a set of what is it? A boy and a boy and a girl. Isn't that what it is? I don't remember. Maybe it's 2 boys and 2 girls. I felt like it was 1 girl. Teresa and her dad go get a manicure and pedicure, and he's talking about how Joe doesn't come around. So I don't know why Joe Gorga Jr. makes it seem like Teresa is the one who is putting this stuff in his dad's ear. He's saying it. He doesn't come and see me. He only came and see me. He only comes to see me. It's been 2 weeks. I'll tell you what. And which is odd, because I could see where Teresa is coming from in terms of tradition and family. This is your father. His life partner has died, and you haven't gone to see him. How would you feel if you lost Melissa and nobody and your kids didn't come to see you? Your kids. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't understand why he feels like Teresa is the one that's putting it in the dad's ear. He's saying it himself. And gets a pedicure. He is so cute with his suspenders and his pants all the way up to his belly button. I love, like, old men. I just love it. Dolores and Frank, she keeps on this thing, don't lie to me anymore. And she's asking him about, he's asking her about Danielle, and that Margaret will soon see that Danielle for who she really is. I think Danielle is crazy. Like, the elevator is not going all the way to the top floor with that lady. She goes, she says that Dolores and Margaret have a clean slate, and I think she invited Margaret to something she was having. I can't remember. Oh, hatchet-throwing. Was it hatchet-throwing? Hatchet-throwing. So next thing, Margaret and Danielle meet for tea, And Margaret lets Danielle know that Dolores invited her. Danielle freaks out and is like, you're my friend. Why are you going to visit her? But before that, you were saying, I don't understand why she has a problem with me. I mean, we can be cordial and this and that. I guess she's saying we can be cordial, but you as my friend, I don't want you hanging out with her. That's a bit unreasonable. You guys are damn near 50 years old. That should not be a thing. You're being very, very childish, Danielle, which is normal. So she starts crying. She gets all dramatic. Then her face doesn't move, which really makes it really... I start laughing. Like, I can't empathize with you. You are not even showing any kind of sadness in your face. You look like you're straining to make a sad face. That's what that fucking Botox will make you look fucking crazy. But even Margaret was like, we are not Twinkies. We are friends. That's it. I can go out with whoever the fuck I want to go out with. That's who I want to go out with. She says, you don't have my back. She's like, what are you talking about? It's not like she's like conspiring some kind of shit against you and Margaret knows about it and didn't tell you. Like, I can see if you know, I can't even see like where would Danielle's rationale be remotely reasonable. For her behavior is unreasonable. And trying to tell somebody that you don't want them to go out with somebody because they're your friends and they're not your friend. It's just childish. Go hatchet throwing. Dolores invites everybody to... Not Dolores. Margaret invites everybody to Utah, or was it Colorado? Nashville? Oklahoma. I have it written down here. I don't know why I was trying to figure it out. I have it written down. And she invites everybody. They go hatchet throwing. They're real sorry at hatchet throwing. I was like, oh, that was the same place I was on Black Ink Crew. They went hatchet throwing too. I want to go hatchet throwing. I have a lot of... my shit would probably get stuck right in that motherfucker. I don't know if it could hit the bullseye, but I know it will stick right in that motherfucker. I already know. But Jennifer is introduced. Where is she from? Are they from Pakistan? Very traditional, seems to be Islamic household. I'm not sure. Could be Catholic, because a lot of people in that region are Catholic as well as Muslim. So I'm not sure. I can't really tell. But he's a plastic surgeon. His name is Nabil, and he goes by Bill. I have a problem with that. I don't like that whitewashing your shit so that you can align to whiteness. I don't like it. I do not like it at all. I was like, why the fuck is it? I would be calling him Nabil. Nigga, your name is Nabil. It's not Bill. Get the fuck out of here. He's a plastic surgeon. He seems to want to have a lot of control over how Jennifer dresses. He is a provider. I think she says she's gone to school and everything like that, but she's very traditional in the sense she's okay with traditional household. But she shares with him that Dolores invited her overnight. She's never stayed overnight from her 5 kids or 3 kids. And so he was like, I hope you told them no. She was like, no, I didn't tell them no. So she was like, I'm going to go. And he was like, well, that means I have to change my schedule. Now, I could see where he's coming from in terms of, like, you know, we're a partnership. You're manning the house. You got to let me know when you are going out. Now, not that you can't go, but let me know so that our schedules don't conflict. And when he said, I hope you told them no because you don't know my schedule, I didn't like the way he said, I hope you told them no, like, you have to watch this house. No, you can watch the house too. You are a plastic surgeon. You could take half a day off. You have a nanny. I don't understand the rationale, and it made me uncomfortable. I just don't like controlling men. They really make me very, very uncomfortable. I was just like, girl, I don't give a fuck how much money he has. If that's what you want, then whatever. Margaret and Danielle, Margaret says at the hatchet throwing party what happened with Danielle, and Dolores is like, girl, whatever, I don't have time for that. Don't nobody give a shit, whatever. And next thing they go, Teresa, she's going to her bikini competition thing, and she's visiting with her trainer, who is really like a hard ass. She's not taking no losses. She's telling her, you're still too pudgy around here. She looked good to me, but if you're going for a competition, I know they want you to be like perfect, no fat, very, 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 very little fat. The only fat they really want is a little fat in your ass and your titties, and that's about as much fat as you can have on your body for these bikini competitions, as Teresa says. Teresa and that hairline, it just gets me every time. But Teresa, it's really hard because I don't know, Teresa's like, she acts like she's dumb, and it's really hard for me to be like, I don't even know how, like, someone who behaves like that and who like processes things that slow, but then at the same time can go off about some shit, and then the rationale be so fucked up. I don't understand how she has friends. I couldn't be her friend. Like, what are you talking about? Where do you get your logic? How do you come up with this, what you're saying to me? Like what she said to Melissa, like, a wife can control her husband. Bitch, your husband is in jail, and you went to jail for your husband because you signed a motherfucking paper and had no idea what you were signing. Seems like he has more control over you than you have over him. You don't have no control over what Giudice does. How can you tell a woman that the wife is supposed to control the husband? I don't know, but she looks fine to me in her bikini competition. That was it for episode 2. Okay, episode 3 I have here. Margaret takes her mother to go get a facelift. They waiting about 4 to 5 to 6 hours. Her I put looks great because she didn't look like somebody had butchered her face. All I just started cracking up is because the bitch still had her eyelashes on. Why do you have on your fake eyelashes? You went and got a fake. They just pulled your whole face up. Do you think your eyelashes was gonna stay on? That shit was so funny to me. I was like, why did she keep her eyelashes on? Anyway, so they're at Easter. I think it's Easter. And Nono is drunk. That's Teresa's father, is Nono. I think it's so cute. And he's drunk already. Melissa and Joe get there. He's telling them, fuck you. Y'all don't come see me. They're trying to like diffuse it, and he's like, no. And they were like, he's been drinking. He's like, oh, okay. So Joe's trying to laugh it off, but Joe does not like it. He doesn't like it. And I understand the working, like, you are the breadwinner, you have your own company, you work all day all night, 16-hour days, he says. I get it, but you have the ability to put an alarm on your phone and call your dad on a Sunday or a Saturday or early in the morning. He's probably up, and you could tell him, Daddy, okay, I'm gonna call you every Sunday. And then Melissa, she's like saying that the timing sucks because he's going off, and then Teresa's like backing him up, and he's like, you don't come to see me, it's been 2 weeks, fuck you. And she tells her husband, fuck your husband, he says. That's his son, okay? And Gino broke up, the little boy, he broke up the tension that was at the table. But before the tension came to the table, the father gave a toast to the mother, a toast to Nona. And it was so sad. And I just started crying because old people, when they grow old with somebody, whether they care about them, like them, or whatever, that person, you've been with that person for all this time, and now all of a sudden they're gone. That has to be very, very difficult to deal with. And he's drinking, he gave her a toast, and he started crying, and they were like, is he crying? Like if they've never seen him cry before, which is concerning. But they give him a toast, they start talking about that shit at the table, then the little boy kind of breaks it up. And then so they go into the other room, they take the conversation to the other room, and Teresa's like, I'm not the one that's saying anything, I'm just telling you what he's saying. Well, Melissa's like, well, you could tell him in private. Why do you say it in front of the dad? I don't understand why you can't say it in front of the father. I don't get the rationale. Maybe they're like, okay, sibling to sibling, dad is upset that you don't come see him. And I think maybe, I don't know if it puts Joe thinks it puts a battery in the dad's back or something. I have no idea what the rationale is behind that. But then Gia comes in, and Gia's 17. And I did not like the way that fucking Melissa tried to shut her down, as though She's 17. She's not an adult. She needs to stay in a child's place. She should not be able to offer anything to this conversation. That's wrong. She's 17 years old. She's had this, she's living her life on television, going through puberty, everything. Her father is in jail. Her mother is, and all of this thing. And you're going to tell her that she needs to leave the room and she can't contribute to this conversation because she's backing her mother up and backing up what Nono is saying about not coming to see him. And she says, we all have to hear it. All of us. He gets upset when you don't come and see him. I'm telling you. She's like, thank you, Gia. Thank you for saying something. And I'm like, yes, I'm glad. When she walked in the room, I was like, yes, Gia, come in here and say something, because they're really making it seem like it's your mom and it's your grandfather. And I wasn't mad at it. Gia comes in and affirms, make time for your father. And that's what she said. Now, this is coming from your niece, who is also your goddaughter. Have some respect. And I don't understand this idea that children can't contribute to the conversation when the children have been sitting there watching everything, watching every single thing, absorbing everything, whether you think they are or not. They are watching how family interacts. They are watching how family deals with conflict. They are watching how family talks. When one person leaves the room, one adult leaves the room and the others start talking about, the kids are watching all of that, y'all. I don't understand why people don't think these motherfucking kids aren't closer to the divine than you are. They're smarter than you. You know a lot more bullshit, but they're smarter than you. Smarter than us. I feel like I missed the part where they went to Oklahoma. Oh, this is the episode where they went to Oklahoma. I'm tripping. And Melissa should not get involved if she doesn't want to get involved. That means not, if you don't want to get involved, that means not offering your opinion about the situation. Be quiet. Just tell Teresa, I'm not getting involved. I'm not getting involved. Teresa, see, there's two sides here, because Teresa doesn't like Melissa and she sees Melissa as an easy target to place blame on something. That's Joe's responsibility. I do think that Melissa can make time out of whatever she does during the day and go see the grandfather. I know the grandfather wants to see the son, but you represent your family. Go and sit down with him. Sometimes he probably won't even say a word to you. He just wants to know that you're in the house. You're coming to see him. You came over here for him. Whether you talk to him and sit down and talk to him all day, or he's sitting outside, he knows you're there and he knows you're there to see him. And I think that would probably help a little bit. I don't know. They're on their way to Oklahoma. They arrive. The house is nice. Melissa feels that Teresa's being passive. She's not speaking to her. And Melissa says she's being passive aggressive. They all choose their rooms. Melissa and Teresa start telling each other's friends, Dolores and Jackie, about what happened at Easter. And Jackie understands where Melissa's coming from. Dolores understands where Teresa's coming from. And I understand where both of them are coming from. I don't want to get involved, but this is my dad. He's complaining about y'all not coming to see him. I'm just relaying the message. You don't have nothing to do with me. But then Teresa adds the bullshit of trying to blame Melissa, which is so weird to me. I don't get it. And I don't know why have they gotten to a fist fight yet? Because Teresa would make me slap the shit out of her. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You are adding me to this shit. This is between you and your motherfucking brother, and the fact that he doesn't come see. But see, Melissa can't really say all of that because you're the wife and you can go see the grandpa too. You don't even need to go with Joe. Why do you need to go with Joe to go see the grandpa? Why? They choose the rooms. Jennifer says she's obsessed with Chanel. Okay, who cares? And then Margaret, with her one-liner, she says there's nothing worse than a Debbie Downer. It's a one-upper. I said that is the best thing ever. I can't stand a one-upper. I used to know a girl who was a one-upper. Everything she has done it better, or know somebody who's done it better than you. I cannot stand that character trait in people. And Jennifer seems to be like, she acts like she's new money, but you've been married long enough to understand that you're around other people who have money. saying, I don't know, it's something weird about her. I like her, but then I don't. I don't know. The jury's still out on her. Sitting at the table, and then Teresa starts talking about the situation. And Melissa's like, wait a minute, why are we talking about this here? This is family business, number one. But Teresa needs more people. She needs people on her side to, I guess, kind of say to Melissa, you know, she's right. But see, there's two sides, and I don't think anybody can take both sides or maybe explain both sides to them without taking sides. You can be neutral and explain, hey, you can go see the grandpa. Teresa, you need to stop putting Melissa in this. Melissa's not the blame for this. So anyway, so I don't know. They go fishing, some go shooting. They start talking about the issues. Melissa gets upset about it. I just don't understand why Melissa's in the middle. I just don't understand why Teresa keeps trying to make her feel like she's to blame for this. And I guess they go shopping. Margaret says she is team Melissa. She feels bad that she backed up Teresa. I don't know, it's a bunch of mess. But I know in the next episode, Jennifer makes some kind of weird comment about country music, and she just told her that's socially inappropriate. Margaret did. I'm out. Margaret would quickly get on my nerves. Like I said, I feel like she's an energy vampire. Anyways, so that is about it, y'all, with the Real Housewives of New Jersey episode 2 and episode 3 review, and I'll come back later and do episode 4. You guys have a wonderful day. Tell me what you think in the comments. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and share, and let me know that you stopped by. Peace.